and those are built for it. I mean, if you go to Craigslist, the highest bike you're going to see as far as miles is always a BMW. Always. If you type in minimum miles of 100,000, pretty much the bikes you're going to see are BMWs, and it could be pretty much any kind of BMW. Even small ones will have 70, 80,000 miles on them, like the little 750s or the 1150 Rocksters, stuff that's just not even a like a full fairing bike. It'll have close to 100,000, and then of course like the Honda Goldwings. So that bike might be the closest thing to like a car, because it's very common to see those bikes with well over 100,000 miles. You know, just the common owner will have probably close to that amount of miles, even on one that's relatively new, because they use them a lot and they're really comfortable, and you can go very long distances on a Goldwing. Harleys not so much. I mean, it's rare that I see a Harley with over like 60,000. I'm not exactly sure where I am, dude. Am I in Linwood? I think I'm in Linwood. Okay, I don't really know though. Bothell Everett Highway. Part of me is like somewhat familiar with this. Oh, is that, maybe I'm close to Mukilteo again. I don't really know. I think we're just gonna head back this way and see where that takes us. Yeah, but these videos have been my camera again. I know there's ways you can edit stuff and make the videos merge together, but I just kind of turn on the camera and go. But they've been cutting out at like 12 minutes, and it's like 4 gigabytes of space, and then it just records a new video. I think you can merge them together, but it'll lower the quality of the video as far as the viewing. I don't think you can view it in 1080. So, anyways, we'll have to see how this turns out. Okay, here we go. A big storage facility. You know what? If you have to get a storage facility, like if you have to go buy a big storage rental place, I think you probably have too much stuff, right? If you don't have if you have too much stuff to the point where you can't keep it all where you live, you probably have too much stuff. I have never seen that Kia logo. That's like a different logo. It's a Kia Sportage with a, I've never seen that logo. You know, the only people that really own a lot of stuff are people that are older, because they have a bunch of furniture and belongings and just random stuff that they've accumulated over, you know, 40, 50, 60, 70 years of living. Younger people, you know, think about it. Younger people that live in an apartment, they're barely going to have anything. I mean, they're going to have a vehicle probably. They're going to have maybe some furniture that when they move, they're definitely probably just going to, if they can't take it with them, they're going to leave it or throw it away or sell it. And they're basically living, you know, like in their car. They got their car, they got, you know, clothes. They got a couple knick-knack type things that could probably fit in their car. But they simply don't have a bunch of random stuff because they don't got nowhere to put it. So hey, you can fill your apartment up, with random stuff. You can fill your apartment up with random stuff, but after that, you can't acquire any more stuff, because then you have to get a storage unit, and you probably can't afford a storage unit, right? It just doesn't make sense. So I think the only people that have storage units are probably well, maybe someone, you know, you inherited a bunch of stuff or something, you know, that could be something. but a lot of folks, it's probably older folks that are probably looking to get rid of most of it. This is right where I bought my car, right at that QFC about three and a half years ago now. I bought it from a Ukrainian guy that they rebuilt. It was a rebuilt title, so it had been in an accident, and it needed a new passenger door. You can barely tell that there was an accident at all. I mean, most 999 people out of 1,000 wouldn't be able to tell. But I got a good deal on the car, and it really hasn't given me any problems. I've only put about 25,000 miles on the car roughly, so it's been fine. I don't think I've ever been up this. I think I'm in Bothell. Wow, look at these houses. They're actually putting them on stilts. Maybe they look like houses that should be demolished, not houses that should be moved. The reason I'm riding around right now is my brother is going to do, this is his bike, right? And he's going to do an oil change on the bike, and I'm going to help him with it. And he's going to do a change the transmission fluid, because it's been about 3,000 miles, so he's got about 70 miles more to go. So I got to go ride 70 miles to get him to 10,500 miles, because I think the last time he changed it was 7,500. So I don't think you need to change your oil that often. That's the interval I've been changing it at, but I guess it can't hurt. Changing your oil more frequently is going to be better than changing it less frequently. That'd be interesting to do a test though, and just kind of start a bike out brand new and just never change any fluid and see what happens. Because I think a lot of people don't ever change the fluid. Simply because they just don't ride it. I mean, again, if you have a bike that's the BMW that I bought, that I've talked about before, had less than 20,000 miles on it, and it was a 1999 model, so that's less than 1,000 miles a year. I doubt that there was more than 2 services done to the bike, of, you know, changing out the transmission fluid, changing out the final drive fluid because it has a shaft drive on it, changing out the engine oil, changing the filter out, doing anything with the brake fluid. I'm actually going to get gas here because I think I better get gas here to the point where I need to do it. $330. I'm not paying $339. I'm not paying $339. I can't do it. If you notice that with gas, correct me if I'm wrong, but I remember gas, the difference in prices of gas was only 10 cents. So if regular was $2.99, then plus 89 was a 309 or 309, yeah. And the premium stuff was only 20 cents more than the regular. But now it's like, now you go to a gas station I went to yesterday, and the regular was $2.49, the plus was like $2.79, and then the premium was like $3.69. I mean, there's a whole $1.20 higher than the bottom price. So they got a price advertised at $2.49, and you pull in there and you want to get the highest grade stuff, you're paying $1 extra per gallon. Maybe that's how it's always been, but I thought I remembered when I was younger driving a car. Of course, in a car I always just got 87. I don't get the high grade stuff in a car. But when I was on a motorcycle, I usually get the highest grade. And I guess more recently I've noticed, I'm like, why is the difference between, you know, the top and the bottom grade close to $1 now? Now some of them, it's like, you know, they say they got the non-ethanol stuff. I really am not sure which way I want to go. I think I'm gonna go left. Some of them say they have, you know, the non-ethanol stuff, which, you know, I guess is a higher grade. I don't know. I'm not a scientist. Yeah, this is the right way. Not a scientist, but you know, paying a whole $1 higher than what I thought it was going to be is kind of okay. There you go. My gas light just came on, so I'm gonna have to get gas at some point here pretty soon. You'd hate to run out of gas on the freeway. Boy, that would suck. I'm just trying to ride as much as I can. This is August now, so our weather will turn to shit in less than 2 months, or about 2 months. There's not many days you can just go out riding without worrying about the weather. I am gonna need to get gas here though. That's the bad thing about this bike. A lot of other bikes, especially bigger bikes, have a capacity of well over 150 miles. My Phaser does. It'll probably go 200 miles before it